few years ago I bought a second-hand car and I wanted to learn to drive manual, and the next thing I wanted to do was to be able to work on my car. You know, when you watch movies, you see there's dads, granddads teaching their kids how to change oil and do all the maintenance on your car. I always thought that was really something really cool to do, and I thought, you know, there's lots of information on YouTube and I'm not too bad with my hands. So today I will be doing an oil change on my 2017 MX5. The steps that I'll be showing you will apply to most cars as long as it's not an electric car, obviously. Usually in Australia you'll be paying close to $300 for an oil change, and today what I'll be showing you will cost you about, well, for me it will cost me $70. Could be a bit different depending on the size of your car, and obviously there are some tools that you need to invest in. So let's get started. Firstly, I just want to say you should refer to your owner's manual that's in your glove box. Just read through, understand your car a bit. You need a floor jack, you need jack stands, oil. You should refer to your owner's manual for the exact specification. You definitely need some hand tools. I've got a socket set and a ratchet. You need a drain pan. I highly recommend you get one of those. It was about 20 bucks. It just makes things a lot easier. And you need a funnel. Now, because my car's been low, I'm using those 2x4 wood block that I got from Bunnings. You could probably go to your local hardware store and get them for free. Before you jack up the car, put the parking brake on, and if you drive a manual, put the car in gear, or if you have automatic, actually I don't know. And you should also put a wheel chock behind the rear wheel. The jacking points, you can find it on the web. I'll try and show you on the video. Good idea to spend extra money on the jack, because the more money you spend, the higher it goes. Now once the car is over, you want to put the jack stand right under the pinch weld. It's indicated by 2 little notches for my car, and just repeat the process for the other side. Now for the bag, you could put the jack underneath the differential. And for my MX5 there's a subframe which is sturdier. What you want to make sure is the height of the stand on the back and on the front are equal. At the moment my back's higher, so I need to jack up the car at the front a bit more. So that I have more clearance. It makes it a lot easier to work under the car. Now I'm using a wood block to gain extra height. Okay, that's looking good. Now just for safety, you should leave the jack on the A part of the car. In case the jack stands fail, this will hold the weight of the car, and at least you have less chance of getting crushed. Now the last thing to do before we start draining the car is safety check. Just give your car a nice shake. Right, that feels nice and solid. Now I forgot to mention at the beginning, if you have a cordless drill, just make things a lot quicker and easier. Now this is the scary part. When I first did this, I was scared as hell, but I've checked all the cars. It's nice and sturdy. Nothing will happen. I have different size bolts here because for some reason they fell off. Not lost them, and I could only find a bigger bolt. So I'm using a different size socket. But your car should have bolts that are all 10 millimeters. Oh, it's too big. So this is the last bolt that's coming off. Hold it in place. Now what you'll see is the oil pan here. That's the drain plug. This is the filter. You want to remove the filter first, because first time I ever changed my oil, I couldn't get the filter off, and I had already drained the oil, so I was in trouble. So now this is a new filter. The OEM filter comes pre-lubricated. If you buy a third-party filter, you'll need to put some oil on the O-ring around. Now with the filter, just hand tighten it. Don't do it too tightly, because next time you remove it, it'll be a pain in the ass. Now you want to put the catch pan right underneath, away from the spout, because it will flow and it will travel quite far. Okay, it's loose, it's ready to go. Nice. That was a good catch. Shit, I just dropped the bolt inside the catch pan. Oh well. Yes, there it is. Now you want to torque the bolt according to the spec. Okay, so I put in about 4 liters of oil. Let's start the car, let the oil go through the system, and you check the level. I'm gonna let it run for about 2 minutes, and while it's running, I'm just gonna check the bottom of the car to make sure there's no oil leak. Okay, let's check the oil. Wipe it clean, put it in, and then come out. Check. Okay, I think it's right in the middle. I always like to double check. It's right in the middle. What I'm gonna do now is just close her up, put everything back in place, and you take it out for a test drive, come back, recheck the level. It might have looked hard. That's probably because I'm not expert at it. I mean, that was an issue of me dropping the bolt into the catch pan. Yeah, just be careful when you do that. So it took about an hour and a half. If I wasn't filming, it would have probably taken me an hour. And I think that's still worth it. I mean, I saved more than $200. And the best of all is that sense of achievement. I've done something useful. So anyway, thank you for watching, and comment below if you'd like to see more car content. Otherwise, I will see you later. It's such a nice day to go for a drive.